Thomas Massey was fantastic. He actually did a 5-minute video explaining to people what a treaty was, and he said a treaty is sovereign to sovereign, not sovereign to subject, right? And he said this like he was literally in a Congress, I think it was, where he actually explained it. 5-minute video, and I said that's perfect. He's just told you exactly what the Acts of Union is, and what the Acts of Union was for was to protect the two separate constitutions as separate jurisdictions and nations of England and Scotland, right? And then it's been hijacked. I could tell you what group of people have hijacked it, but it's been hijacked, and they've used that as a weapon against primarily England, right? And what they've started to do is to destroy the common law, right? Because that's the enemy to them. The British is a psyop. It's a major psyop.
It's exactly to deny us sense of ourselves as a civilizational people. Because our king, our great king, Alfred the Great, we even call him the Great, right? And it really started under his grandfather, Egbert, had been in the court of Charlemagne. Was a very literate man. Read Latin, read the Greek, right? And he did not want, and even though it was, 300 years on, there was still the remnants of Rome in the British Isles at the time. That didn't just suddenly disappear, right? It wasn't like everything Roman just disappeared. That was still lingering. And Egbert, and others were like, yeah, we don't want to be Roman. We don't want to repeat that system. We don't want to be under that civil law structure. We don't want, total and absolute power, and we don't want praetorians, and we don't want any of that. And so it developed, starting with Egbert, his grandfather, and I can't remember his son and Alfred the Great's father, but they began this process of codifying what is it to be English, right? This concept of English, and it had to bring a bunch of different peoples and cultures and communities together, from the Danelaw, from the Angles, from the Saxons, from the Jutes, the Frisians, the Britannies, the Scotti, all these people, and how do we weave that together into this single conceptual whole, and then bind everyone from the king, from the king to the lowest, in a common shared framework that is in direct refutation to the slave concept of Europe, the Roman concept of Europe.
No, that is exactly what I tell people.